Okay, so we haven't done one of these in a long time. There's Marcus, and I'll let you guys guess what this is. Import order day. So it's following our huge Labor Day sale. I gotta help the guys real quick. So we had to restock real fast, get a bunch of stuff in. And thank you to everyone that shopped the Labor Day sale. So this is what we're doing tonight. I'll keep you guys updated, show you kind of what an import looks like, and hopefully it goes really good. What is going on, Swim Keepers? This is Rob with flipaquatics.com, and today we're doing an import. Well, actually yesterday. I forgot to do an intro yesterday. I got my three sidekicks with me today. Amanda's lingering around here somewhere. But we got in a pretty decent size import order. It's more on the smaller side for us, but still a pretty good import order just after our Labor Day sale, which is super nice. So we're selling out, restocking. We finally have what seems to be a good process down. I hear, where is she? She went back in. She saw I was filming. But we got Amanda with us. We had the whole team here yesterday. Super long night, tons of stuff going on, tons of import stuff. And I won't ruin anything for you, but today we're gonna go through and show you everything that we got going on. And yeah, it's gonna be really good. So let me show you how the shrimp did and everything like that and what they look like today. And we'll just get started. So T's getting the first box open. And then Amanda and Jeff are in the Caridina room. They're gonna get that stuff put away. We'll go check on them in a second. I just wanna show you guys what a box of shrimps looks like. This should be all fancy blues and then a couple bags of oranges. So, Chuck, unsung hero today. Mark, unsung hero. Guys drove like what? 16 hours roughly today. It's a long day. Too long. So we'll get going on this. I'll help Tyler so it goes as quick as possible, and then I'll show you guys the aftermath. Well, we got through that in about, what do you say, Chuck, 15 minutes? Yeah. We put them all in the ponds. We got them floating. That's the easy part. Mark out all the cool packs in here. So literally this is all we do. We'll just put these guys in ponds floating. So these are bags of cherries. So we do roughly 1,000 cherries per pond. So we got 5 bags of about 200. And then we'll let these acclimate for about, what, 30 minutes, T?
30 minutes sounds good to me.
We'll acclimate them for 30 minutes, and then we'll go through, we'll cut the bags, dump them in, and we'll be good to go. So we just filled up all these ponds and all the center section, and then the majority of over there. Not everything, but the majority. And so yeah, so that's what we got going on. We're gonna make it happen. We even got Jeff in the house. I wanna show you guys my favorite thing that we got in today. Look at this. Freshwater pom-pom crabs. We got in a ton of them. So we're gonna add a ton more decor to this tank, so they have plenty of places to hide on. But we felt like put them in this tank just so they have something stable. And so that's what we're doing. So there's 120 of these guys. Freaking awesome. Fully aquatic pom-pom crabs, freshwater. Yeah, I'm so freaking cool. So that's what we got going on. We got tons of stuff over here. Like you can just see there's just bags everywhere. Bags. Some more. So again, we acclimate them for about 30 minutes. When they get here, their temperature's pretty equivalent to what we keep our rooms at. And we keep our tank parameters the same as our breeder. So we really don't have that bad of a transition because we already know the parameters. And if you ever want to know the parameters, we keep them all on our website under each individual shrimp. So that's what we got going on. We're gonna get some of these acclimated and see how they did. I'm working with my man T, and this is what we're doing. We're literally just taking a bag. We got a big net. We'll dump the shrimp in there. We'll put them in here, and I would show you the whole process, but it's just me and T doing it, so I don't have an extra set of hands. We've done these 3 ponds so far. We sterilize the net after each type of shrimp because they come from different water parameters, just to prevent any cross bacteria, cross contamination. And so that's what we're going to work on. So to get this whole room done, it'll probably take us about honestly about 2 hours. So it's a pretty tedious process. I mean, it's not very hard, but it just takes a lot of time. So that's what we're working on. We're gonna get all these guys in their new home and get them nice and healthy, and then eventually we're gonna send them to the customer. Well, we just finished up putting all the shrimp into the ponds. Now it's the process of going through, seeing how they're doing. We take out any dead ones. We take out any molds that we see, anything like that, just because there could be some eggs in there that could transfer some parasites. So we try to get all that stuff out and then put it into a catch cup, and then we'll turn the pond back on. We'll feed these guys because they've been traveling for a long time, and so that's what we do. It takes a really long time, but we do got everything in there, which is a huge step. And so we're probably about halfway done at this point. And so I'll show you what it's like to go into a pond and actually take some out and show you the results of one of the ponds. So here's a cherry pond that we just added shrimp to. I actually went through, I already took out the ones that were dying. There's one right there, so I'll take that one out. And the rest of them look pretty good. There might be little pieces here and there. And then here's what we netted out. There's about 16 out of that pond. So if you factor out 16 out of about 1,000, that's actually a pretty good survival rate for being in the mail for so long. These guys probably left their farm about a week ago, and then eventually just made it to us after going to the transshipper, and then to the person that actually packages them up and sends them to us, and the quarantine that they go through, everything like that. So all said and done, I think that this was a very, very good pond. Well, we're just now wrapping up. Jeff's making water, Tyler's over there cleaning nets, sterilizing things. Amanda's catching babies that got caught up when we were doing DAS. And then I'll show you some of the results. These were all I think these were the carbons. There weren't very many carbons that died. The worst thing that we had was a mono shrimp. We had about, I would say like 50 in one pond, 48 in this pond, and 52 in that one. So we had 100 death total, which is quite a bit. That's actually, it's unnormal. It's definitely not the norm, so that really sucks. Usually these are like the hardiest thing. They ship really, really good, so not sure what happened. And then this tank, looks like we had one sneak in there somehow, so we'll have to get him out. Not very many blacks, a decent amount of oranges, but not a ton. And then Amanda has a cup over there, and then we have a cherry pond or a cherry cup over there. So all in all, not bad, but let's go check out the Caridina Room. So this is the tank that I'm most excited to see, and I haven't even looked at it yet. Like, look. Let's see if we can see them. They're all on the sponge filter. That's pretty funny. But look at them. They like it. Get them crawling around back there. They're so stinking cool. Now, we don't have these up on the website yet. Well, obviously we don't have these ones up on the website because we just got them, but we have some from our last import that we haven't put up on the website yet. I'll get them listed for this video. So find the description down below, most likely. Look at these guys fighting. So we try to put enough room in here that they won't fight, but for whatever reason, they're all bunched up on there, so we might have to put something else in there. Another piece of foam, but how stinking cool are these guys? And they call them Pom-Pom Crabs because if you look at their pinchers, they got little pom-poms on them. So these are also, they have saltwater Pom-Pom Crabs, but these ones are the freshwater variation. How stinking cool are those? Oh. There we go. Very cool. So I'm really pumped about that. Everything else, let's see. We got all the white labels on the ones that we just got in. We put our quarantine end date on there, and then also what pond or what tank they are and how many we put in there. So these guys actually look really good. We got quite a few tanks of cherries. We actually have this whole row is all not cherries, crystals. Sorry, this whole row is all crystals. 15 tanks, so we keep about 3,000 on this row or on this rack. And some are still in quarantine, some are not in quarantine. These ones just came in. These are the red fancy tigers. So as you can see, there's some really nice ones in there. There's some not so nice ones. So when we sell these, we usually sell them as a mixed. Like that one right there, the white one, is really nice. Another tank of them here. But what I'll do is I'll come back here in the morning when the lights are all on, and I'll get some good video for you guys. I guess I can start first with the Neo Caridina Room. And so this was yesterday. This is how we keep track of, you know, how the tanks are doing, if there's any issues or anything like that. So you can see yesterday we pulled out 10 dead, and today we only pulled out 1, which is absolutely phenomenal. And so like we'll go over to like a Bloody Mary tank, which yesterday we pulled out 26. Today we only had 6. So like these are really, really good numbers. Here's another example, 23 and 2. So we're we got Ruby. We're experiencing like really, really good stuff. Usually numbers can be, well, not usually, but numbers can be a lot higher. We got Penny with us too. And this one, you see 14 and 5. Yesterday, the big hitters were like the mono shrimp. Like this one had 52 last night. Today it only had 8, which is phenomenal. This one had 48 and 13, so still not great, but a lot better than could have been. And so here's an example. Like last time we had like a really, really tough time on the monos. And so like the first day we pulled out 121. And then the next day we pulled out 20, and then we pulled out 31 later in the day. Ruby's not having this. And so this is actually pretty good. I mean, still not great. A mono shrimp shouldn't do bad. They're one of the hardiest shrimps out there. And so, so all in all, really good. Now the ones that's always a true tell is the cherry shrimp, because cherry shrimp, you know, they're pretty cheap to import. And so, so usually they come in pretty unhealthy. And this time they looked a little rough taking them out or having them in the bags, but when we took them out, they were actually really good. And then today they were phenomenal. Like 3, we got a 2 right there. We got another 3, another 3, another 2. So that's actually like really, really good. Usually it's not that good. And so we were all like extremely, extremely excited. But we'll walk into the back right now and show you the Caridina. So we just filmed the whole video, and Ruby, she was distracting us the whole time. But my storage ran out, and then the video broke, so now I can't open it. But anyway, we will start first with my absolute favorite tank, the Pom-Pom Crabs, fully freshwater, so don't worry about that. But they are literally everywhere. And so we just fed them some bloodworms. Wait, you fed them bloodworms, right? So they're all happy. And there's Amanda. She looks beautiful today, as always. I love when your hair looks like that. You're welcome. Sorry to embarrass you. But these guys are in here. They're doing really good. Did you pull any deaths out of here today or no? Yeah? 3? Oh, that's not great. But maybe we should add some more cover before we leave. Oh, you did add Indian only. Cool. So that's good. We'll start on the Taiwan bees. Everything went pretty good over here. These are the deep blue bolts. These are actually the ones that we've had. Nothing new here. We're feeding them Mineral Junkie, if you were wondering what that white ball was. Amanda's going around feeding them right now. Some more deep blues. I don't know where we put the... Where did we put the new deep blues at? The deep blue bolts? Where? Oh, they're in here. Yes, they are. Sweet. There's a not so deep blue bolt one, but still some pretty nice ones. So that's cool. But yeah, as far as Taiwan bees, we didn't get anything really special in. We got more of the Red King Kong mix. And this is how we label it. So we put what it is, what tank number it is, the amount, and then we put the date that it comes out of quarantine. So 10:05. So when it clears quarantine. These guys, look at, we got to list shadow pandas on the website. Let me know if you guys like shadow pandas, because look at them. They're just blue everywhere. That one's obviously a blue Masura. This one's a blue shadow panda, and so on and so forth. So yeah, we got a bunch of tanks over here, but this whole row is pretty much dedicated to just Caridina shrimp, or Taiwan bee shrimp. Come on, Rubes. And then over here, we got a bunch of new crystals in. I don't really know. These are some extreme Red King Kongs. There's a nice one. See, this is what she was doing in the last video. Oh, I'm sorry, love. Some crystal blacks. Those are actually older ones. These are older ones. I didn't help unpack this room, and then Jeff's in charge of deciding where everything goes, and so I really don't know where everything is. Some crystal reds. Here we go. These are the awesome ones. These are red fancy tigers, and they actually came in looking really, really, really nice in my opinion. And so you can see, like, obviously there's some lower quality ones in there. There's some higher quality ones in there. It's just a mix of everything, but all in all, yeah, they're really looking great. So that's awesome. And then I don't think anything else down here that's new. Over here we got some really nice crystals. They came in looking really good this time. And what I mean by really good, like the white color on them is really solid, whereas like this one is a little bit more transparent, transparent. And then this one, like the white is just solid, and so is that one. So we got in a decent amount of nice ones, according to Jeff and Amanda, and they do look good by looking in that tank. Even this tank looks pretty good. And so, so that's always a good thing. And then, so this whole section is just crystals. And then we got crystal blacks, which we didn't order any of those in this time. Over here, we got these guys in. We haven't had these in a while. Some golden bees. We got 1, 2, I think we got 3 tanks of them. Maybe there's one up here. Yeah, right here. So we got 3 tanks of golden bees. And they're a beautiful shrimp. Pretty easy to keep shrimp if you're getting into Caridina. And we just added a bunch of Indian almond leaves to it. Hopefully get some antioxidants in the water. Ensure that they just do really good. And then just a bunch of like red pintos, black pintos. Another really cool one is over here. I forgot about it. Is the bamboo shrimp. Amanda showed us in the last video that I somehow didn't take. But look at all these guys. They're all in here. And this is exactly what Ruby was doing in the last video. But you mean well, don't you? Yeah? Yeah? You're a good girl. She's jealous of the camera. But these guys they actually did pretty well. I think we lost 1, which isn't bad. There's a monster one back there. Amanda even said there was a buried one in here, which could be this one nearest to us on the right hand side of the screen. It looks like it's playing with its eggs back there. But it's so hard to tell. And then there's some smaller ones in here. But again, they love those little caves. Ruby, stop it. Stop it. So that one's really pretty up top. They all have a little bit different of patterns. That one farther to the right looks like it might have a bacterial infection. So we'll toss some natural remedies in here from Fritz. I forget the name of it. I think it's called Bacter Shield. We always put that in with the shrimp, and that just gives them a little bit of extra, tannins and antioxidants to help them fight off whatever they're doing. And so, yeah, these the import did really good. Really, really, really happy. Penny is the one dog we have that absolutely loves fish. Penny, come show him. Come on. So this is what Penny does all day, and I didn't even have to ask her to do it. She stares at that fish tank. This is her favorite fish tank. She likes the plecos that are in there. And whenever they move, she goes crazy. But they're obviously not moving yet. So we'll see if we can catch her doing it. What do you see, Penny? Well, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this little tour of what it takes to bring in an import order and kind of like our process and what we do, and you get a little bit of behind the scenes of what happens here at Flip Aquatics. If you have any questions, feel free to drop a comment down below. I'll do my best to answer those. Also, don't forget to subscribe. We appreciate you joining our team here at Flip Aquatics, our little family, and we appreciate you all so much. So you guys make it a great rest of your weekend, and God bless.